Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? Alright. Are we good? How we going? The music's not too loud. We're, pre-stream checks. Everyone have your drink. Everyone have your snacks. Okay. Let's just go to the intermission real quick, shall we? Cool. Thanks, Spacey. Let me just throw my phone away before it vibrates and annihilates my mic. Alright, lads. How we going? Having fun? Hey, Hugo. Hey, Ocean. Hey, Hania. Koto. Comic Brooks. I think you're new. I don't know that I've seen you before. Welcome, welcome. Ardrino, I definitely have seen you before. In my nightmares and my dreams. Okay, so I imagine we should just, I guess we can wait a little. I don't know why, half the people dropped out the moment I went live. I don't know if they heard my voice and were like, no thank you. Hey, smiling trash can, how you going? Dino is cool. Salty Falter, I've seen you before. I remember. My name recollection isn't the best, but it's not too bad. So, what we're doing today is a Sidlish, I think, increased my volume by 45% when I started talking. That's good to know. I hope the music volume isn't too loud. I put on a bit of a spooky theme today just because, we're talking about zombies. So, the plan today, we're doing a tier list, as fucking I imagine you saw from, I don't know why I'm stating the obvious. Real quick, before we start, I wanted to check what you guys preferred. So, do you guys prefer, let me just see this. You guys prefer it like this, where I keep the overlay up and my voice is great? I don't hear it, but I'm glad you guys think so. So we keep the overlay up, chat's still there, the alert box is still there, and all the stuff at the top. Or we can go and do it like this. Hopefully this works. And, oh, it's kind of obscuring chat a little bit. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh god, the scuff has already started. The scuff has started, lads. We couldn't get away from it for like 30 seconds. Without the overlay? Okay, cool. Let me just see if I can't. Fix it so you guys aren't being, kind of taken over. So do you guys prefer it without the, yeah, I know the scuff is here. Yeah, I figured it was probably easier to see. We don't get the, I'm kind of just floating in the void. You found me from my YouTube shorts? Yeah, I imagine a lot of people found me on YouTube shorts, so it's kind of pop off a little bit more than my normal vids. First time here? Hey, prepare for the scuff. You've already kind of seen a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of the whole stream. So I take it you guys prefer this, right, over the overlay? I kind of figured, because the overlay makes it a bit too small. Cool. So, let's just discuss what the tier list is. So, the idea is we're doing who's most likely to not die or to die, depending on whether you're a pessimist or an optimist, in a zombie apocalypse. Other apocalypses probably apply. Don't imagine there's much variance, although we can discuss it. So it's a zombie apocalypse because I thought that'd be kind of the funniest. I mean, we could do like world ending by a volcano, but then I don't think there'd be much variance. I don't know that any of them would do that well against a volcano, so. Zombies, and we're gonna see who gets annihilated and who doesn't. So, it's gonna be kind of hard. We're gonna have to try and balance lore versus non-lore, because if we account for lore, Crony could just like stop time and just, I don't think zombies are really going to challenge them. So we're going to take into account kind of their lore a little bit, but we're not going to go we're not going to give them like full abilities, because some of these people's lores is like they're like the guardians of space and time, and I don't think that would work out very well for a zombie apocalypse. So you can see my tiers here. The top tier, it's just called survive. This is if every single member of the generation survives by like they're working together, so this is a generational tier list. We're looking at the generations kind of as a group, like Dying Light, not Dying Light, Left 4 Dead kind of, you know, Zombieland. There's a group of 4 or 5 scrappy young adventurers that are thrown into the zombie apocalypse. Who ends up being, you know, mincemeat and who doesn't. So, survive as if, like, every single member of the gen, like, gets through and they survive and they get to the end. I don't think that anybody's going to get there. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, every single member, I don't think there's a single VTuber generation out there in which every single one of them is like competent enough to get through. Hey Tao, how you going, man? So, I don't know that the top tier is ever going to see any action. We might be surprised, who knows? Then the weak link is like, if most of them are fine and there's like one little bit of dead weight that, you know, you kind of throw it behind you to distract the zombies, that's what weak link is, right? There's going to be quite a few of those. I imagine that, hey Bones, welcome to the stream, my man, just explaining what we're doing. So, there'll be quite a few weak links, I imagine, because there's quite a few generations with 4 competent people and 1 less competent. 50% is like, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a 50-50 shot. You know, half of them are probably not going to make it. Hard carry is like if one member of the generation is goated and the rest are pretty scuffed. And then fucked is like, no shot, you're never coming back. You're all going to die within like the first 30 seconds of the apocalypse. You know, kiss your ass and say goodbye. So, as far as, I said this before, but as far as like powers and abilities go, we're not going to let them have all of their like lore abilities because, like I said, some of these people's lore abilities is like control over, you know, the concept of space. Don't think zombies are really going to hold a candle to that, right? So we'll take into account for the human ones, we'll take into account their lore kind of skills, but for most of it, we're going based off their you know, their real our streamer personalities and kind of how well that would fare in a... Yeah, so it's going to be based on kind of how much we know about them and what they can do and stuff like that, right? Yeah, if we accounted for lore powers, ain't nobody's dying. Nobody in this list, well, actually, some of them would, but some people in this list would not be touched by a zombie. Ollie is an interesting one. We'll get to Ollie in a second. Well, not a second. We'll get to Ollie in halfway through. But I figured we'd start, you know, familiar territory, a very, very easy one that not many people are chose you. I get that happens sometimes in streams. People come in and are like, hey, never seen you before. Got recommended to me. Here I am. Welcome. I'm glad you got recommended. We're talking about VTubers. I don't know if you like VTubers or not. You won't be much help? Hey, I don't think... Listen, I'm not exactly a doomsday prepper, right? I'm not the zombie expert or the VTuber expert. This is just memeing. We're just having a bit of a laugh. Guys, it's a zombie apocalypse tier list. This isn't exactly like the hard-hitting stuff, right? We're just having a fun time. We're gonna debate some situations, see who gets fucked the most. Starting off, I figured we'd start with an easy one, right? We'd start with one that I don't think many people are going to disagree with. The bikini bottoms are fucked. Unequivocally, no chance. Absolutely dunked on by the zombies. I don't think anybody's going to have an issue with that. There is no shot in the world that the bikini bottoms are facing any sort of apocalypse in any sort of competence. Knowing Numi, she'd probably try and kiss the fucking zombie. Knowing her track record, she'd probably take it as an opportunity, right? I mean, in a positive side, she'd probably make for a good zombie, right? Like, zombies are all about like running into walls and stuff. Numi's already got that down packed, but in terms of survival, I guess yeah, we can debate which one of them dies first. I think Numi dies first. I'm not gonna lie. Numi is displayed. She has the survival abilities of a small child, so yeah. These three are the three that at the start of the the scene at the start of the zombie movie to like establish, you know, the zombie outbreak is happening, where it shows, you know, 3 high school girls running from them and not taking it seriously, and then they get eaten. That's this. This is patient zero. She has abs. She just doesn't know how to use them, unfortunately. So, out of Bao and Lily, who do you think lasts longer? This is hard. Part of me thinks Bao would. I think it'd be a close one, but I think Bao would die slightly before. Just, think Bao sees Numi goes down and thinks it's part of like some weird, you know, hugging ritual or shit and just dives into it. But then again, I don't think Lily's lasting much longer. It's literally, this is like, we are playing with like the sports cam here, you know, where they're like zooming in on the line. We are talking like milliseconds. I think they all just get annihilated. Like, the zombie apocalypse has started, and before the gun is even fired for the starting, you know, kickoff, they're already gone. Bao shriek. I think it depends. Are we talking? I guess we should establish what kind of zombies are we talking? Are we talking like World War Z, where they're sprinters, or are we talking like, you know, typical slow Call of Duty zombie style? I think either way, nothing is putting them up a tier. I just want to establish this. There's no, there's no concept that brings them up to hard carry. Yeah, we're just debating for future tiers. The Bikini Bottoms are setting the low bar of the bottom, right? They're living up to their name. Yeah, I guess Left 4 Dead kind of zombies would count. But yeah, it's... Bao does have the legs. She could probably run slightly further. So, yeah, semi-fast, kind of a threat, not too much of a threat. Either way, Bikini Bottoms are where they belong, in the Bikini Bottom. So... I'm glad we all agreed on that. I don't think we're going to agree on much today. Tier lists always end up dividing the community, but I'm glad we could all come together to, you know, agree that the bottoms go at the bottom. Oh, I didn't test my alerts before I started. That was probably a bad idea. Well, I guess Spacey's testing it out for us. Godspeed, Spacey. Thank you for your service. So... I would read the message, but I'm waiting to see if my alerts pop up. It doesn't look like they are. We're living in scuff land right now, boys.
Number CD, how is your day?
Where would you put yourself? L_L_L_.
I'm glad that's working. I did put it in the center of the screen, so it's a bit easier to see. Where would I put myself? Well, see, the thing is, I don't have a gen. I don't have any gen mates. I'm by myself. So, I don't know, probably like 50-50. I don't know. Like, I'm decently athletic. Like, I play basketball and volleyball, and I did surf lifesaving and shit like that, so I'm... Oh yeah, we hit 69 viewers. Can I get some niceys in chat? You know, 50%. Yeah, I have lived in Australia. Oh, you think the animals are the training in Australia? No, it's the fucking bogans are the training in Australia. You live with bogans, you basically live through a zombie apocalypse. Now, I don't know why this has got so messed up, so let's go through the Hololive generations, you know, sequentially. 0 with Gen. So if you're not familiar, 0 with Gen is Azki, Miko, Sora, Roboco, and Suisei. I think... Now, I'll put them up and then we'll debate about it, right? I'll put my first thoughts up. I think they go in the weak link category. I think 4 or 5 of these members are solid, right? Or terrifying, depending on your concept, right? Sora and Suisei, I think, both carry a team.
Number sweetie, how is your day?
Noise also L_L_L_.
Thank you, Hugo.
L_L_L_.
Thank you for the donation and the L underscores. So, you know, so hard carry is like one person is like carrying the team and everyone else is kind of just dead weight. Weak link is like 4 or 5 members are pretty good and 1 member is sort of dragging the team down. 3 guesses as to as to who's probably not the greatest person to have on a zombie apocalypse in this gen. Hey Tyler, how you going, man? Yeah, it's Miko. Like, I love Miko, but I don't know that she's built for the zombie apocalypse survival, alright? Roboco, see, I feel like Roboco could... Roboco, I think, could do well with Suisei and Sora kind of leading. I don't know that I trust Roboco to actually do well by herself, but I think she could act like a small child and follow the others around. Miko, I have a feeling, would just, like, get distracted and just wander off and then just get jumped. Or she'd start singing or something. She'd start trying to speak to the zombies. Dropping the hand. Yeah, Miko's the type of person to pull the pin out the grenade and then throw the pin. So, powers and lore, we're taking them into account if they're like a human kind of thing, but not if they're like you know, an eldritch being sent from, you know, the Netherlands to... No, the Netherlands is a real place, but it is very scary, so we'll stick with that. I think that's actually where Cthulhu comes from. But, yeah, we'll stick to lore if they're, like, relatively human, but no superpower time cosmic entities, right? Hey, Barbara, how you going? Yeah, so just mainly their streamer persona, and that's why Miko's... I mean, you've probably seen Miko clips, right? We all know what she's like. So, are there any dissenters? If there's any big, like, arguments in chat, I'll hold a poll, and we can sort it out, like, you know.
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie, how was your day?
Roboco is unanimously agreed, by other Holomans no less, to be the most pawn in all of Holo JP.
I think Roboco is pawn, but I don't think she's, like, a child, if that makes sense. I think that if the other memes were to try and, like, kind of carry, I think she could live. I mean, but it's not 50-50, right? I think this gen is mostly pretty good. It just has one weak link. If they're from England, this is the kit. Yeah, England is the apocalypse, man. You don't need a zombie apocalypse in England. England is already the apocalypse. Yeah, Suisi carries. If I had one choice of holo meme for a zombie apocalypse, I think Suisi's up there. Yeah, Miko is the type to, like, call out to the zombies, hey. Right. So next is the first generation, which, if you don't know, Choco, Aqua, Subaru, oh my god, I'm blanking, Ayame, and I'm blanking. I know her name, Shion. Holy shit. I had a bit of a aneurysm there, it's fine. Is that second gen? I thought I put them in order. Well, we're doing second gen first. That's gen 2, yeah, you're right. That's gen 3. Where did I put the first gen? No, that's gamers. Is this I think this is first gen, right? So I tier list is messed up. We'll start with gen 2. Sorry, my bad. Anyway. Yeah. So here's gen 2. We'll do gen 2. So Choco's technically a nurse. I say technically because some of the things I've seen her do, I don't think were covered in medical school. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I've seen Choco. I've seen Choco. I don't think she ever went to med school. That being said, technically a nurse. Technically, under the strictest of definitions. So she'll get... I think she carries her weight here. But the rest of the gen kinda gets dunked on, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ayame could probably... I don't know. I think Ayame's the type of person to not want to kill a zombie. You know what I mean? She'd be that person in the movie that's like, we can't kill them. They're our friends. And then gets bitten on the shoulder. She does have a sword, though. Do you think Subaru would do well? Subaru is athletic, I guess. I don't know that I would trust her in an apocalyptic situation. I mean, we're not considering lore abilities, but they do have the... I guess they do have a bit of an advantage. Like, Callie keeps her scythe, but we'll get to Myth. Myth and Council are going to be probably the biggest, like, debates because they have the biggest power gap because they're literally, like, magical. So, I think we say Aqua. I'm just gonna lay it out for you boys. Aqua's fucked. I don't see Aqua making it through the apocalypse. Same for Shion. Subaru and Choco are I think maybe 50. I think we give this one to 50%, right? Because I was going to say Subaru's probably not doing too well, but she is relatively, like... I think she could probably run far enough away. And Ayame she does have a sword, but I do think she's too keen to live. So we'll put it in 50-50. I think that fits, right? So about a 50-50 shot. We'll get to Botan in a minute. So, Gen 1. This is an interesting one because Gen 1 has Hachima, and I don't quite know how to deal with Hachima. Part of me thinks that even with the lore rules that we've set out, she'd just break through the fourth wall and live anyway. I don't think anything can kill Hachima with or without her lore abilities. I think it's like baked into her being. See, I've said I don't count lore, but how do you count Hachima without the lore? I think even non-lore Hachima would just be terrifying to the zombies. Hey, no worries, Akama. Enjoy your homework. Or try to. Yeah, Hachima's probably the one behind the apocalypse, let's be real, right? Like, Hachima probably cooked something that caused the goddamn outbreak. So, outside of that, actually, you know what's weird? I think this gen doesn't have, outside of Hachima, this gen doesn't have any, like, outstanding, amazing hard carries, maybe Fubuki, but it doesn't also have, like, too much pawn, you know? It doesn't have, there's not too much, like, you know, how do I put this nicely? Head empty. There's not too much head empty going on. There's not too much, you know, Kusugaki energy. I think most of them could actually do okay. Really? Do you think, I was thinking 50. I'm not sure though. I was either going to go, because Hachima, how do we feel about Hachima? To be fair, Hachima did grow up in Australia, so she does have that going for her. I think 50-50, right? I think 50-50 probably counts. Mel can be a little bit airheaded, let's say. So we could do a Hachima hard carry, but I think Matsuri and Fubuki could hold their own. I think 50, right? We do 50-50. I think that fits. Rosemi's birthday is today. Yeah, I know. I just posted my my Rosemi short. It was I didn't plan it. It just kind of worked out that way. I left a comment threatening everyone to go wish her a happy birthday. If you haven't done it, I'm very disappointed in you. Yeah, Gen 1 does have fewer, like, it doesn't have as much of the dead weight, but it also doesn't have, like, a nurse and athletic people. It's sort of like, it's mid. It's the mid generation, and I'm saying that only in terms of the zombie apocalypse, okay? It was going to be ordered, and then apparently the order got out, but I'll try and keep it. I'll try and keep it ordered.
Hakama would become the evil bad guy of the film.
She would. No, she wouldn't become the evil bad guy. She would have always been the evil bad guy. She would, like, she's the one that planned the whole thing from the start, the big reveal at the end. The big reveal at the end is her switching from Akai Hato to Hachima. Thanks for the donation, by the way, Tao. Yeah, 50-50. I think is good. This is 3rd gen, right? I'm good with Hololive members, but like I don't have the gens completely right in my head. But I think this is 3rd, right? This is 5th. This is 4th. This is 3rd. I think this is 6th. These are in order, right? I'm pretty sure. Love the content. Hey man, thanks for the support. Yeah, I think these are in order. So Gen 3. So we've got Noelle, we've got Rushia, we've got Pecora, we've got Marine, and we've got Flare. I think this is a see. Is this a survive? Is this top tier? I think Marine might be the weak link. I think because okay, so we don't have lore, right? So Rushia can't necromance people, but she's still kind of terrifying. Yeah, Noelle is a hard carry, Flair's a hard carry, Pecora's a war criminal, and Rushia would actually just yeet the zombies away from her. Yeah, no lore, because otherwise people would have magic and some people wouldn't, and it's like, we'll take into account lore to a certain extent, but it's mainly because I didn't want to get to like Holomyth and Holocouncil and be like, yeah, they all survive because they're fucking immortal, right? It kind of defeats the purpose. I think weak link, because I don't think Marine is quite up to the standard. That's why I said Survive is going to be hard. For Survive to happen, every single member has to be like able, like they have to be like a capable survivor on their own. Marine with her Obasan hips and all that, I don't know, that is going to be a good time. Where's Snuffy? Man, I tried to include all the big gens, so VShojo, Nijisanji, Hololive, and I included the Bikini Bottoms. If I tried to include every single VTuber, we would be here until the end of time itself. VTubers debut faster than I can cover them, man. Pecker would like fire someone out a cannon at the zombies, not for survival, just because she can. Oh my god, Tyler, are you trying to summon her? You know she's not like completely dead, right? She might fucking come for you. I ain't standing in front of you in the cutting board, man. Yeah, I mean, let's be clear. I'm not saying that the weak link, that Marine would die. I think that Noelle would at least cover for her. I'm just saying that they have a weak link. Yeah. Well, we've seen Marine try to dance, haven't we? And we all know kind of how that went for her. Hey, I mean, if we have time at the end and you guys are like, hey, can you put some people in? I'll chuck some people in. Why is she on there twice? Is she on there twice? Wait, have I fucked up? I don't think she's on there twice. Fubuki's on here twice because Fubuki is technically in 2 generations, but why are you smiling? The smiles. Yeah, well, Marine tried to dance with Matsuri one time and she got out of breath in about 30 seconds, so let's not hold our breath for her. You have O levels in under 30 days? Man. Can I get some O7s in chat for our fallen soldier? You will be missed, Tyler. I'm so sorry for you, bro. Why are you all just smiling at me? It's kind of creepy. So, 3rd generation, right? I think this is a 50-50. Oh, sorry, I'm dumb. Look, why is she on there twice? I get it. I'm just a bit slow, okay? Don't smile upside down at me, what the fuck? Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. I get it, chat. I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry, you don't have to keep smiling at me. I get it, right? I'm an idiot, haha, laugh at Penumbro, he's a moron, he doesn't get the Petan jokes, he doesn't get... Look, I'm being respectful. You guys don't... I'm thinking 10 steps ahead. I'm being respectful. I don't want to get cancelled for talking about previous incarnations, okay? That's taboo. Hey, Red Ghost, don't ignore chat. They're being chat, right? They're sharing one brain cell at the moment, and that brain cell is deciding to smile for some reason. Don't penumbra at me. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I hate it here. Alright. Gen 3, I think, is 50-50. And it's probably the hardest 50-50. Like, it's the hardest split. We have 3 that I think are, like, carries, and 2 that are just annihilated. I think, well, Towa, Coco, and Kanata are nuts. Luna and Watame are fucked, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, is this Gen 4? I keep fucking... Yeah, because there's already 4... Yeah, my bad. 0... Yeah, my bad. 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna keep getting the gen numbers wrong because I'm trying to speak and think at the same time, which is hard for my brain, okay? I'm not used to trying to think and speak. I normally just let my mouth go and do whatever it does. So I think Towa would be fine. Coco and Kanata are fucking hard carries. Watame and Luna... Watame does do nothing wrong, but she also doesn't do anything right in the zombie apocalypse. Don't underestimate the princess. I don't know. She's like 3 feet tall. I feel like the zombies would catch her. Coco would protect... Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. This whole tier list, it's not like would 50% of them survive or not. It's like, how strong is the generation as a whole? Survive is like every single one of them is like top tier. Weak link is like one of them probably might die because they themselves are a weak link at some point, but the other 4 are fine. 50-50 is like roughly half the gen is good and half the gen isn't, right? Or overall they're kind of mid. And I think this is one of those hard split cases where 50% of the gen is pretty solid and 50% is maybe not. So we'll do that. Okay. I think this is a hard carry. So the rules for the zombies are, they're kind of like, we're going like just general like Nazi zombie, Left 4 Dead zombies. They can shuffle, some of them can maybe run a bit, but there's no like mutations or anything, right? I think this is a hard carry. It's just a hard carry. I think it could edge into 50-50. I think it's near the top of hard carry, but I think it's definitely Botan hard carries this gen. Nene, I love Nene. I'm probably mispronouncing. I mispronounce names a lot because of my accent. Okay, I'm not used to saying them out loud. I've only ever heard them speak. But is it Nene? 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 The seal. We'll go with the typical, like, they can see and they can hear, right? Like, they have the zombie hearing where if you throw a grenade, they fucking bum rush the area. We'll go with that. Nene? I don't think it's Nene. I think it's Nene. Nene? Fuck. The seal. We'll just call it the seal, alright? The seal... The seal isn't getting through the zombie apocalypse, lads. I hate to break it to you. I don't think the clown is either. I don't think it matters if Botan owns guns. Botan will fashion herself a gun out of fucking flint and shrapnel and will go to town on the zombies, right? Botan is one of the few holomems that without lore, I think would actually just be an actual badass IRL. Botan hard carries this gen. Polka, I love Polka as well, but I don't really trust in her ability to get through. Lammy would be drunk. I think, from what I saw, I keep calling her Aloe because her name's spelled aloe vera, but from what I saw of Aloe, she was relatively competent. I didn't see much of her. I'm sorry. I was around when she was debuted, but I didn't see too much. By the way, is the stream quality so fine? Because my preview is blurry as fuck. Just checking. But I think this is a very solid hard carry. This is actually the gen I had in mind when I designed the hard carry, because I was thinking of Botan and I was like, yeah, Botan definitely fucking carries this gen. It's good? Okay, cool. So, should we do gamers first? I know gamers, like, we have Fubuki again, but I wanted to cover gamers. Let's cover gamers first, and then we'll get onto Gen X. So, this is a hard one. I think this might be... I don't know that any of these people are really... Oh, Corny's kind of a hard... Is Corny a hard carry here? Corny and Fubuki are fine. I don't know that I trust Mio. Like, Mio's great. You know what? If this was like a big long-term survival situation, I would want Mio in my like thing just to keep morale high. But I don't know that she's necessarily what you want. I guess it depends. Does she come with how do you pronounce it? The fucking pigeon. Mio. I don't think Mio's getting through it. I love Mio. Don't think I'd want her in a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I don't know why we're peaking so high on a fucking zombie tier list. I'm trying to ignore the fact that I'm at like triple my normal viewers so far. Let's just keep going, right? Yeah, that is magic. It's lore, so there's not. I don't know. I don't think Mio and Okayu in a zombie apocalypse. I think they're all relatively competent. They're not. None of them are dumb, but none of them are hard carries either. So I think it's just a 50-50 again. You know what I mean? Like, there's no real strong links, but there's no real like weak links, you know? So 50-50. I mean, Fubuki has to go in the Borger tier, right? This is like the law. First time you made a stream, Ed? Hey, welcome. I like to welcome everyone, but there's so many like new names I'm trying to like keep track. Golden Drill Kudus.
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie, how was your day?
We call that growth.
Hey, thanks for the donation, so I don't like thinking about growth. I like to just think if an anime grows, okay? Prainer, I see you, Brody. Would anyone else like a welcome? Hey, I'm giving out free welcomes. Anyone that wants a welcome, feel free to say so in chat. There's 85 of you here, so I'll brace myself. But you love me, Trevor? I love you too, Trevor. I love all of you guys. Welcome to all new chatters. I'm just going to keep focusing on the tier list because if I think too much about the numbers, I might actually psych myself out. So, how goes the stream? It's gone well, Diego. We're talking about anime girl zombies, which, hey, two of my favourite things. You can get a welcome ocean. Actually, not just an ocean, the entire ocean is in my fucking chat. I'm very sorry to the members that have drowned. It was a tragic accident. You will be remembered. Hi, one proud Ukrainian. You think my shorts are fantastic? Hey man, thanks for the support. My shorts get way too many views for how scuffed they are, but I appreciate it. Right. Gen X, what are we thinking? You're drowning? Sorry, Spacey man. Did I get the idea for... I have watched High School of the Dead. High School... Oh, let's... If you guys keep getting me off topic, we won't cover the fucking tier list, but High School of the Dead was like one of the first like yabbie anime I ever watched. And now here I am, so only good things. Yeah, so Laplace is fucked. Chloe also... I think Chloe dies to disease before she dies. Chloe dies to dysentery first. Yeah, Louis and Iraha are like hard carries. Koyuri is... She's a scientist. I mean, I guess if we want someone to cure the disease and take care of like medicine and hygiene, Koyuri is probably there. Laplace and Chloe die of infection day one because Chloe never fucking showers. I think this is another... We're getting a lot of 50-50s, which makes sense. Most are like mid-tier. Yeah, I think Iraha and Louis carry. Koyuri's fine. Laplace and Chloe, I'm very sorry. You're my favourite Kusogakis, but you ain't built for zombie apocalypses. Zombie apocalypses, hey, if you want to take over the world, Laplace, go for it, but don't do it with zombies, because they will end up eating you. So, now we get... Let's do Myth first, because Myth technically... I didn't know where to put Iris, by the way. She's kind of like the unfortunate middle child. I don't quite know where to put her, so I guess we can talk about Iris on her own later. She's used to not having great hygiene. You know what? You're not wrong. Chloe is used to being in just depraved conditions. Maybe it's like a home field advantage. I think it's still 50-50, but you raise a good point. How much lore are we leaning into it? So the lore, as far as lore goes, we're talking like if they're relatively human speaking, we'll talk about their like human abilities, but we're not going into like Myth, for example. Myth doesn't have their fucking Phoenix abilities, because if so, then it's not... They'd just be here, and it would be even be a contest. You know what I mean? We're talking like streamer personalities more than lore, if that makes sense. But a lot of the time, the streamer personality leans into the lore, so we'll talk about that. So like Callie, for example, Callie gets her scythe. Doesn't necessarily mean she knows how to use it, but I think she would. So like Ami gets a gun. Let's just think of them like Holocure characters, right? So how does this go? I think Myth is in... So they're not up top, by the way. This was just an example. I don't think they're... they might... Oh. I don't... So here's the thing. I think this may be a weak link. I don't know that I'd trust Gura in a zombie apocalypse, right? I'd ask Gura to do like a head count of the zombies, and she'd tell me there's 2, and I'd be like, oh, that's not too many. And we'd turn around the corner, and there'd be a fucking horde of them. And she'd be like, oh, I thought we were counting in the hundreds. Yeah, you couldn't trust Gura to count any of your like supplies or anything. Put Iris in council? Okay, I guess we'll put Iris in council. So I think we're in weak link again. Listen, I said this at the beginning. I know some of you guys probably weren't here, but Survive, I don't know that we're going to have any people in Survive, right? Survive is like top tier. Every single member of the generation is insanely stacked. Actually, Council might be Survive. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I think Myth does really, really well. I think they'd all survive, but I don't think they're like... I think the labels for this tier list are a bit misleading. Survive means that every single member of the gen is, you know... VShojo does have 10 members, right? Which is a benefit because there's more of them, but it also means that unless every single one of them survives, they don't get in a survive tier, which I can guarantee you they're not gonna, so... Yeah, so I think this is weak link, right? I think Gura... I don't know that I'd like Gura in a zombie apocalypse. Ina is level-headed, Ami, Callie, Kiara. I think they're all solid. But I don't think I'd want Gura in a zombie apocalypse. I love Gura, don't get me wrong. Gura was one of the few, like the first like VTubers I watched like constantly on stream. I don't think I trust her in an apocalyptic situation. That being said, Council might be in the survive tier. What do you guys think? I'm actually debating this. Every single member of council, I think, is relatively competent and skilled and could keep a level head, right? I don't, like, we're not counting the lower abilities. Myth's peak mems will they will cover for Gura because they're so good, but the weak link tier is for like how many members they're good. If most of the members are good and there's one that's not great, they go in the weak link tier. You think council is weak link? Who do you think is the weak? I can't think of someone who's the weak link here. Moomy's to Skyrim? Yeah, but I don't know.
Leave a number, sweetie. How was your day?
AU rap time. She's been fighting bogans.
Yeah, like, thank you for the donation, Tal. I appreciate it. But you think Crony's the weak link? Oh, you're not wrong. Crony hates horror. Yeah, Crony. I forgot how much Crony guacks at anything that moves in a slightly scary manner. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, okay, yeah. I see, you're right, chat. This is definitely a weak link kind of situation. I don't think. Yeah. I also saw their Devour. I think it was playthrough. Crony got guacked. Holy shit! We crossed 100 viewers. What the fuck? All right. Weird. We're just talking about zombies. Why are there so many of you here? I guess tier lists are popular. Who thought? Don't just smile at me. Yeah, Crony, you guys are right, as per usual. I'm the dumb one. Okay, so we'll do Id next. You guys agree? Is that... I think that was fair. Top, yeah, you know what, you're right. Top of weak link. We should probably order these. Who... I think Myth is also top of weak link. And I think Zeroth is bottom of weak link. Stop smiling at me. What's wrong with you? Don't penumbra at me. I guess this is the stream title. I guess I kind of underestimated how important titles and thumbnails are. Who'd have thought? Ed. Is anyone in Ed Gen 1 pawn? What is the chat doing? All around me are familiar faces, worn out places. Yeah. You think Moomy will scatterbrain? I think Moomy could focus in a situation like that. I think Moomy could dial in. Yeah, so none of them I would say are like super like competent in terms of like survival situations, but none of them are like very pawn or very bad. I think what do you think? I don't know whether to put them in like what do you think? I'm actually stuck on this one. I think they're all competent. Which, did I put that in survive because they'd all survive? Like there's no overpowering like, you know, carry, but they're all pretty good. You know what I mean? I think these might, which is weird. I never would have thought that. I never would have thought that Ed would be the first one to survive because there's no standout members.
Take
but
the number, sweetie. How was your day?
Smiley face.
Thank you for the smiley face, Nihil. Yeah, I think this is our first survive. I think just because of there's no standout members. It's just like average competency. Now, Ed Gen 2 cannot say the same. I think Rainy would probably be fine, but I think Ed Gen 2 is fucked. You think weak link? Do you think Anya and Rainy are? You think Anya and Rainy are carrying Ollie, or do you think Anya and Ollie are Ollie and Rainy are carrying Anya? You think weak link? Show your working, chat. I would like a full description on my desk by 30 seconds from now. Ollie, well, we're not counting lore, right? I guess maybe Olivia is more of an accurate term, right? We're not counting lore, really. Do you think Rainy could carry both? I guess, yeah, Rainy could carry both. They're not completely fucked. We'll do hard carry. You can't just smile at me for your reasoning. That's not how you debate. Can you imagine if that's how the presidential debates went? You just went up and like smiled at the other person. Ava wanted to hear the sound alert. Did the sound alert play? Sometimes the delay on the alerts is like nothing. There we go.
How was your day?
Just want to hear the sound alert.
Thank you, Ava. Just passive aggressive. Yeah, just smiling at me to win the debate. Fuck it. I can't argue against it. You guys have beautiful smiles. So, Edge Gen 3, I think, is a weak link. I think Kayla and you think it hard carried? My day was great, thank you, Ardrino. Ollie the negotiator, I guess. Yeah, for Ollie is a zombie, but does that count as lower? I think I'm happy with him being in hard carry. You think Kayla hard carries? What you do? Like, does Ollie get her sword? I guess so. Everyone else got their weapons, so. Kayla does hard carry. I think the question is, so Kayla hard carries. Kobo is definitely a weak link, but the question is, Zeta, do you think she's a carry? Because here's the thing, it's either weak link or hard carry because there's only 3 members, right? It's either a weak link for Kobo or a hard carry for Kayla. Yeah, Kayla hard carry covers for Kobo, Zeta is right. So I think this is a hard carry. No, I think this is a weak link.
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie, how was your day?
I think it's a weak.
I feel bad for the zombies versus ID3. They are in a war of attrition with Kayla.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a war with Kayla of any kind. The penguin scares me. I guess there is such a thing as 50-50, but it's not really a 50-50 because I guess so. I guess it is a 50-50. There's a hard carry, there's a weak link, and then there's someone in the middle. So yeah, you know what? I think that's the literal definition of halfway. Yeah, I think Kayla hard carries enough to counter Kobo, and then Zeta's kind of in the middle. So we'll keep it as a. If this was like a Fire Emblem team, they're a bit, you know, mid composition. Kobo is very small, and she's also kind of a brat. Kobo would definitely cry and complain for food 90% of the time, and probably get on Kayla's nerves. Yeah, so I think it's a 50-50 shot. I think overall, hard carry Kayla, weak link Kobo, Zeta kind of in the middle. So we'll go 50-50, I think that's fair. Now, who's smaller, Shy Lily or Kobo? Do you want me to look it up? Let's look up. Let's do some, we're doing some sleuthing, chat. So technically speaking, I'm getting my gens mixed up again. It's Gen 2, right? Yeah. Gen 2 has Coco, who's technically a nurse. Lily's 148. And Kobo is 150. So Lily's shorter by 2 centimeters, that is tiny. Holy shit, that is small. Jesus, okay. Where were we? So I got distracted by the chibi nature of them. That is tiny. Holy shit. So Aluna, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had much time. YouTube Mobile is forcing you at 144p. Hey man, it just means on average that means all the pixels blend together and you get more anime girl per pixel. So really, you're the winner here. Just think about that. The fact that there are 4 holomems shorter than Lily is in itself terrifying. So Aluna, I haven't had much time to experience, especially considering they're still relatively new. However, from what I've seen, Aya is. I think this might be a 50-50. I think they're all just pretty competent, maybe except for Scarla. They do have 2 Australians. Pretty big, you know, buff there. I think they're sort of like, they're sort of similar to Ed in that they're all pretty competent, except they have 1 or 2 weak links. So, congrats on the stream viewership. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I need to do more tier lists. I was planning on doing like a Hololive BGM tier list and stuff like that. I just didn't think they'd be as popular as they are. So, live and learn. I guess I'm a moron. More people care about hypothetical zombie apocalypses than the news. We truly live in a time. So Chat, I think you guys probably have more experience with me with Illuna. Where would you put them? Do you want to do a poll? Do you want to have our first poll? Could that be fun? We'll have our first chat described, our chat decided tier, right? I'll give you guys the power. Just set this up. Oh, I can only do 4. Okay, I think we can all agree they're not fucked at least, right? Also, I don't really want to see what YouTube would do to me if I put fucked as one of the options. Okay. Let's ask my community. It's your guys' decision. You have the power now. Assuming you can see the poll and I'm not fucking it up. You just broke your chair? Well, you are the entire ocean. I don't think Herman Miller chairs were designed to hold up fucking 1 billion cubic meters of water. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I guess it is a Friday night, so it's probably, you know, describe the options a bit. Okay, whilst we're having the poll, I'll run through, because I assume there's probably some new viewers here, so I'll quickly run through it. So, zombie apocalypse, right? Lore only goes as far as, like, human-esque abilities, so myth and council don't have the fucking reality-bending bullshit, right? And the tiers are, survive isn't like, would some of them survive? Survive is if every single member of the gen could realistically survive. So our top one here is Ed Gen 1, and you might be thinking, Ed Gen 1 doesn't have any standards, but it also doesn't have any pawns, right? Like, it doesn't have... There's nobody there that wouldn't do well. Let's see. 50% seems to be winning it. I'll let it go up for a little bit longer while I continue to explain.
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie, how was your day?
Hey, Big Larkin. Thanks for joining the membership, bro. So survive is like if every single one of them would survive, right? Weak link is if like 90%. If there's 5, for example, one member is kind of dragging the generation down. 50% is like either the entire generation is like okay, or it's like half badasses, half, you know, kusugakis, right? I do have Numi as my alert. Don't tell her, she doesn't know, and I'm not entirely sure what she's going to do when she finds out. So it seems like 50% is winning it. I think that's fair. Hard carry is like if one of the members kind of fucking so like Botan, for example. Botan carries Gen 5, right? Like Botan is a badass, but the other 4 members, one's an alcoholic, one's a clown, one's a seal, and one graduated, unfortunately, so. It's top of 50-50? Okay, we'll call it there. It seems like it's fairly solid 50-50, leaning onto weak link, so we'll put it near the top of 50-50. Where did I put them? Here they are. Yeah, we'll put them above there. So, I guess, is that, we've covered all of Hololive. Nice. So let's organize these. Let's do VShojo first, and then we'll get to Nijisanji. How about that? So, VShojo has 10 members. I debated splitting it into the debut 5 and the like later 5 that joined later, but I figured it's probably a bit too much of a hassle, and also this is kind of fun having just 10 people. So, this is going to be a long one. We're going to have to talk about this one. Hey Frosty, thanks for joining, man. Illuna is Nijisanji, you're not wrong. Why did I do Illuna first? I got it in my head that they're... Yeah, okay. Sorry, my bad. I got it in my head that Illuna was Hololive first. I think it was just because they were next on the list, and then... Yeah, my bad. Whoopsie doodles. You're gonna dip? Alright, I'll see you later, Ava. Have fun playing games. Yeah, okay, I fucking goofed on that one. Well, fuck, we're having a VShojo intermission, alright? So... Centrea, Fruit, and Silver hard carry, and that's your starting bid. Okay. So let's run through them. Zen, I think, is... You want to use Lamy as a fucking Molotov? That's dark.
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie, how was your day?
Yo, Spacey, thanks for the gifted memberships, man. Holy shit.
Penumbra, sweetie, how was your day? Hey, Penumbra, sweetie.
Oh my
how was your
god.
day?
That notification plays for every goddamn member.
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie. How was your day?
Okay, well.
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie. How was your day?
I guess I think that was 5. Does the counting? Can I count? I can count. We have to listen to her say it 5 times in our goddamn row. It does work. I think it's because there's more people in chat, so there's more people to accept. I think when you gifted 25 Arduino, I think there was only like 20 people in chat. So, so back to zombies, right? The most important aspect of the day. So Zen, I think, is a hard carry. So is Kason. So is Fruit. I think Silver's probably up there as well. I think all those are decent. Melody and Vey are kind of in the middle. Nazuna, Nyanners, Hime, and Iron Mouse, I think, are not gonna be pogging out. Hime will say yeah. Hime actually just dips from the entire apocalypse. She goes to get married and just doesn't show up. Yeah, we're not trying to drag real fucking sicknesses into it, right? That ruins the fun. We're just we're vibing. We're talking about Iron Mouse, not, you know. And my ideal world, look, it's my apocalypse. I get to choose the rules, right? Mum said it's my turn with the zombies. I get to decide this scenario. I say Mouse is healthy. I'm the fucking god of this world. You can't stop me, okay? But with Mouse, I think it's 50-50. I think there's so many members that it just ends up being a fucking clusterfuck, and it ends up just kind of Russian rouletting its way to the victory. You think hard carry? I think they're at least 50-50. I think they have some. I think a bit. Should you sleep or continue apocalypsing? You need to be awake for tuition in 4 hours? Man, go to sleep. We're just talking about zombies, man. It's not that important. Nothing I'm saying here is that significant. 50-50. Some people are saying hard carry. I think there's enough people in, like, let's put it this way, right? Zen, Kason, Fruit, and Silver are all competent enough that I think carry through. And I think Mel and Vey are kind of decent enough. The only ones that I think are maybe a bit screwed is like Nazuna, Nyanners, and Iron Mouse, but yeah, I mean, Zen's literally a fucking android. I mean, we're not talking about lore, but you can't really take lore away from Zen being a robot. You think, oh, I guess you're, oh, fuck, sorry, I hit my microphone. Whoopsie doodles. I hope that didn't deafen all of you. If it did, well, you can't hear my voice anymore. You are right. More people does mean more, like, noise and more, like, supplies you need. But I think 50-50 is so standard. I think there's enough good in there that it sits 50-50. I think, let's say bottom of 50-50, right? So, yeah, bottom of 50-50. I think it's about 50-50 talent-wise, but I think like, more people means that it's probably a bit more annoying logistically, right? Good night, Tyler. Yeah, Iron Mouse has actually, like, got stuck with Connor in, like, a 5-episode side series where they're just constantly bickering at each other while slaughtering zombies. I'd watch that. Like a fucking rom-com, sitcom kind of thing, but it just has zombies in it. I'd watch that. I'd watch the shit out of that. Right, so we just have Nijisanji left, and then we'll get onto, I guess, we can talk about some audience submissions. So, Lazalite. I'm trying to decide. I think Illyra might be hard carrying this. I'm not sure. They might be fucked. They might be fucked. You think Weak Link are hard carry? Do you think Illyra can carry them? I don't know that. You think Finana carry? Finana doesn't carry the group. Neither does Pomu. I know. I think I guess we can go hard carry Illyra, right? Poll? You guys want to do another poll? This is the most split chat has been. This is the heat that I wanted. Okay, poll. We're polling it. Right. I'll take out. I don't think anybody's putting them in survive, so we'll do weak link. 50%. Hard carry. I wonder if YouTube lets me put swear words in polls. I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, poll is up. Cast your votes or forever hold your peace. Spacey, were you going to put them in survive? I like your confidence, man, but I don't think that's it. I don't think they're surviving. Zombie food. I feel like fucked just kind of hit the nail on the head thing, because, you know, zombie food. These are 50% burgers. These guys are just fucked. I do think Illyr carries. I just don't know if it's enough to pull them out, or most people are saying hard carry though. 55 votes. Poma might fucking piss on the zombies for all we know, given her track record. But it seems like hard carry's winning. Spacey likes to see the best in people, man, even when it's an apocalyptic scenario and he's dealt, you know, the fairy hand. Why is Sevi not on the list? Sevi, I hate to break it to you, man. You were patient 0. You got infected with a bad case of down bad. You never recovered. Alright, hard carry it is. I bow to the wills of the public. Pomu does do a little trolling. She's our little fairy troll. I guess we should go in order, right? So let's do Obsidian next. Do you think Obsidian survive? Like, Selene's cracked, but I think the other two are competent enough for... Okay, so hard carry just to clarify, hard carry is like if everyone in the group is bad but one person, right? So Botan hard carries Gen 5, but for example in Holomyth, there's quite a few people here that are good, but there's so many of them that it's not a hard carry, right? So I guess the question is survive. Like the question is it's Petra, right? I think Rosemi and Selene are both good enough to survive. Do you think Petra is a weak link enough to pull them into weak link, or do you think survive? Who's the hard carry of Ed 2? It's Rainy. Ollie and Anya, we did debate on that a bit. I think Ollie and Anya are a bit, would kind of get not do so well. We'll pull it again. We'll pull it again. We're democracy here, right? So, do you think they survive, or do you think there's a weak link? Cast your votes now, or in 10 seconds when the delay catches up and you're actually able to cast your votes. New Petra did get a 10 centimeter height buff, so keep that in mind. Part of me thinks she just shoved like a bunch of socks in the bottom of her shoes to kind of boost herself, you know? Or she's standing on a box. Yes, I know she got another buff, but unless it's going to act as like a fucking bullet vest or something, I don't know that it's relevant. If anything, it's probably a debuff. Oh, the poll is split. I'm gonna keep it going for just a little bit longer if anyone else wants to let their voice be heard. It does seem to be leaning towards survive, but it is very, very divisive. You can't see how Rosemi does well. Rosemi is competent enough to just survive. I think like she knows how to cook. She does a lot of like assembly of like little mechs, which I know isn't really a survival skill, but I count it as, you know? Like, I think Rose and Misama would just command the zombies to leave her alone and they'd submit. So it looks like we're going with survive. Alright. I love democracy. I love the Republic. Low end of survive. We'll put them below Hololive. So what next? Okay, we'll do Etheria next. No. We're keeping the boys to last because the boys are interesting. Well, actually, all of them are interesting. I think this is fucked. I'm not gonna lie to you, boys. I think this is our second fucked. I don't think there's a weak link. I think they're all weak links. Like, Nina is a mummy. Don't get me wrong. If this was an already set up like base of operations that you needed someone to like keep control of like the kids and stuff, definitely Nina hard carry. But I don't know that Nina actually could carry 3 little gremlins through an apocalypse. I don't think Nina is that hard. Like, Nina is competent, but I don't think she's a hard enough carry. She would just turn to she would turn to alcohol. Do you think Reimu hard carries? I guess you're not. Reimu is pretty competent. Do you think it's hard carry then? That's true. Nothing really changes when Nina's drunk, so I guess. Do we want to put them at the bottom end of hard carry? Like this? I think Reimu does, or do we think high end of fucked? You think it's soft carry? You think chat's being too nice? I also think chat's being too nice. I honestly would have put them here. But, I'll bend to the wills of the public. Never say I'm not a spineless coward. I own up to that shit. I once wore a dress just because my sisters asked me to. I'm not afraid to admit it. I bend to whoever asked me to do so. Enna does literally want to die. That is quite a debuff in a survival situation. Hey, at least she's good bait. Even say she's a master baiter. That's probably not what you want to say. Okay. Right. The boys. How do we feel about the bottom boys? What are we thinking, chat? Because I'm thinking this is maybe a hard carry by Vox. Hey Noid, how you going, man? You think it's 50%? Mista is... Okay, Mista might poison everyone in the fucking group. Mista would, like, feed them raw rice, not cook it, and just choke them to death. Vox, Shu, and Ike are competent enough. Mista is such a debuff to the entire generation, though. Like, he's not even just a gremlin. He's like an active debuff. He's like the He's like the protection NPC you get in an RPG. He's constantly going around like fucking with food and trying to kill himself. Yeah, so Luca, I think this might be a weak link. Yeah, it's definitely like a...
Hey, Penumbra, sweetie, how was your day?
Well, Vox is already used to dealing with ravenous hordes, so...
Yeah, Vox is definitely... I mean, zombies, fangirls, is there really a difference? I'd say weak link as well. I think the rest of the boys are competent enough, but Mr. Man... Man's an active debuff. He's a status condition. You take 30% damage every turn. I think we go for weak link. Maybe the bottom end of weak link. Yeah, everyone else is competent. Mister, oh. My boy, I love Mister, man, but oh boy, man needs some help. Man needs a babysitter sometimes. Some of the shit he said about... I'm not even like Asian, and some of the shit he said about rice was like, you You've managed to awaken anger I didn't even know I had. Right, so yeah, so now we're in Noctix, which, yeah, I'm, yeah, I saw that clip of, like, what do you, it was, the thumbnail was like, what do you have? A knife? No! Missa probably caused it. Missa's cooking caused the apocalypse. But Missa fucking forgot to wash his rice, and that was Agent Zero. Someone let Missa and Hatchima in the same goddamn room, and from there it was all over. Illuna is the newest, but I did them by first because they slipped into the Hololive bit, and yeah, my bad. Oh my god, I kind of want a Mr. Hatchima cooking collab. I want to see what happens. I want to see how that shit goes down. But I think, from what I've seen of Noctix, they all seem, like, pretty competent. Like, I'm not entirely, like, familiar with them as far... Should we poll this as well? Because again, I'll admit, I've not had a huge amount of time to really look at them, and I think they might be Survive from what I've seen, though. Because they all just seem pretty solid. We'll poll it. I don't think they're fucked, so we'll poll, we'll poll it, but I think it's Survive. Because yeah, I don't think they're fucked. From what I've seen of them so far, they all seem... I think they're maybe one of the few generations to debut that I've been like, hey, they're all pretty, like, normal, competent people. But it is still pretty new, and if we've know anything about VTubers, we know that the real side of them doesn't come out until like a year after debut, when we learn that they don't wash their fucking rice. I'm seeing a lot of Survives. I think Survive. I think we are Survive, and I think we're probably going near the top of Survive, right? I think compared to the other two in Survive, these are definitely like this is yeah. I think it's safe to put them up here. Definitely top of Survive. So we've established. I like the fact that no one else got put in fucked except for the Bikini Bottoms. But I think we've made a pretty accurate list here, chat. I think we've done it. Do you want to do we want to do some, like, do we want to, like, assemble an Avengers team and, like, do like a popular indie, like, we go through some indie VTubers and assemble like a team of 5 and see where they go? Oh, here's a fun idea. Do we want to try and assemble the worst team of indies and the best team of indies? We can have like a little fantasy team here. We can try and assemble the who sits at the top of Survive out of all the indies, and who sits in. Can we find a team below the Bikini Bottoms? Can we get there, chat? Is there a team out there in existence that can undermine the Bikini Bottoms? I'll say, for fairness, you can't include any of the Bikini Bottoms in the tier list. It has to be indies that aren't in the Bikini Bottoms, because otherwise you would just make the Bikini Bottoms. Yeah, we have to simulate this, guys. We're real scientists. We have to start a zombie apocalypse. Okay, let's... Can you get a roundup of what happened? Well, we made a tier list. It's how you see on screen. Top tier is everyone survives and is competent. Bottom tier is no one is competent. We went through VShojo, we went through Nijisanji, we went through Hololive, and now we're looking at assembling like our Avengers team of top tiers. So, Cinder's bottom. So, Rain. Do you think Rainho's definitely okay? So we're looking for a team of 5. What team of 5 indie VTubers goes below the Bikini Bottoms? So, Rainho. Do you think Yuzu goes... I think Yuzu is also kind of fucked. Yuzu is definitely radiates Bikini Bottom energy, doesn't she? doesn't Shoto have a knife? I feel like that counts for something. Chibi, Yuzu, is definitely at the bottom. Rainho. So we have 3. Mary, where do you think Mary is? Do you think Mary's at the bottom? Sari is definitely near the top. I'm not including myself. I'm the arbiter. I'm the god of this universe. I don't get attacked. You think Tricky's at the bottom? I think Tricky would be alright in an apocalypse. I think Tricky's near 50-50. I'm not in this world because I'm the god of this world, but I would be in Survive. I don't know why y'all are downing me. What the hell? I get no respect around here. This is my world. Porcelain, yeah, okay. Joel, Juniper, Monarch. I think Monarch would be alright in an apocalypse. Right? Who else do I have? Let's think. Who was in my first ever video? Do any of y'all remember? So, who was in our top? So we have... Cinder... Would Cinder be at the top? I guess Cinder could be good. We're not counting lore, so she can't light the zombies on fire, but... We covered Bao. Bao was in the Bikini Bottoms and she was at the bottom. So, let's finish our top team. Our top team is... Monarch... Juniper... I've already forgotten. Geary, yeah, but Geary's a grandma. Geary's hip would go and she'd fall to the zombies. You don't want a grandma with you when you're trying to survive. Aethelston? Aethel would be good. So Aethel, Monarch, Booby, Bobby? Why did I say Booby? That's not how that said. Oh fuck. I didn't mean to. Well, fuck it. That's probably my worst ever mispronunciation. Snuffy. Yeah, Monarch, Juniper, Joel, Aethel, and Bobby. Yeah, Porcelain made us Joel, so I think that's 5, right? No, that was first time was right. That's an interesting name. So, who can we come up with a team below the Bikini Bottoms though? Sari would also be near the top. So below the Bikini Bottoms, Bobby isn't technically a part of. That feels weird to say. Isn't technically a part of VShojo, but there has to be a team below Filian. See, Yuzu definitely. Pikami though. Would Pikami be below? I think it's Filian. I guess Filian does die on stream like every 30 minutes, so. So we have Rainho, Filian, Yuzu, Geary. Do we think Geary is below? I mean, she does technically know how to cook, but she is a grandma, so she's probably 50-50. Tony the Tiger. I think Tony the Tiger would survive. He's a fucking tiger, right? Chibi. Yep, forgot about Chibi. Chibi's definitely down there. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. Even with all of this, I don't think they beat the Bottoms for being the worst. I don't think they do. I think they're bad. I think they're fucked. But I don't think they're below the Bottoms. Snuffy would probably be fine. I mean, she's a garbage raccoon dumpster diver. She'd survive. I don't think there's a team out there that can out-bottom the Bottoms. They truly are the Bikini Bottoms. I think that tier belongs to them. I don't think we're beating that. I think it's set in stone. Snuffy would be fine. Fox Plushie. I don't know that Fox Plushie would survive. She seems a bit soft. You know what I mean? She'd be great to have for like moral support, but I don't see her like killing a zombie. Shoto is he has a knife, and I think that counts for something, right? Numi's not gonna see this. Don't unless one of you guys fucking narcs on me. Numi won't see this, and I expect it to stay that way. I don't think we're beating the bottoms, guys. I think they're truly insurmountable. We've really... this poll is still going. I forgot to end it. Whoops. You can't ping someone in YouTube chat. And you can't convince me she's in chat again. You did that the other day and I had a heart attack. Unless... I mean, she has lurked here before, which terrifies me greatly. I think we have to concede. It works if I'm in the chat, but it doesn't work. I don't think you can't ping people out of chat and get them to come in. Stop saying hi Numi. You're not fooling me. You tried this before. It didn't work. I've just end stream before she turns up. Just fucking. She's probably asleep as well. I think it's like, I don't know what time it is for Americans. Guys. This is a penumbra moment. No, because I was watching the entire time and I saw you guys fucking conspiring against me. So no, it didn't work. It's 4:20, yeah, because you're 4 hours behind, right? Not 4 hours, 12 hours, so it's like 4 AM for me. False? False is just reporting on it from a helicopter somewhere. He doesn't even get... False goes the entire apocalypse without breaking character. The zombies are like eating him and he's like, it seems I'm being eaten alive. This morning, zombies broke into my house and are now tearing out my intestines. I'd love like play-by-play commentary on a zombie apocalypse. And Numi has tripped over her own feet and is currently being mauled to death. A very poor play from the star player of the Bikini Bottoms. Yeah, Nux is the insider info in the tier list. I think we have to admit we can't outdo the Bikini Bottoms though. I think this is it. I think this is the tier list. We've really... Can we like add... Let's see. This was fun. I mean, I had fun a lot as well, but I don't wanna drag this out for like unnecessary amount of time. Yeah. What do you want to name this? Just filler space. Could call it like Bedrock or something. There we go. There we go. I think this is an accurate tier list. Should we save this and I can tweet it on Twitter? Tweet it on Twitter. You ever just want to shoot your own tongue out? That was a bit dark. I think this works. I'll tweet it out. Let's see. Let me turn off the visuals before it asks me to save and then it shows my website. I have so many anime girl PNGs in my computer, you would not believe it. I don't want to out myself quite yet. I'm not tagging Numi in it. Well, I don't think any of the other groups are going to see it. I have like 20, I have like 100 Twitter followers. I doubt it's gonna go anywhere. But it'd be fun. Let's see. I'm not tagging Numi in it. One, because I don't want to die, and two, because I don't like bothering Numi. I feel like I annoy her a lot, and I don't like it. Hey, look, as long as I'm not the one that tags her, I can claim plausible deniability, alright? You just got here. I mean, I'll show the tier list again so you can see it. So I pulled it away so I could download the image. There you go. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Objectively, the correct opinion. I am accepting no complaints at this game. Right, VTuber Zombie Apocalypse tier list. There we go. Let's tweet this out. I'm not tagging anyone. If you guys, I think this should work. Yeah, well, you'll get 2 links now. I forgot to tweet out I was going live again. I'm a fucking moron. I say I tweet out before I go live and then I forget. If any of you do want to, like, you know, when I go live, the best place is honestly this. The Discord notification went out, right? But if you go to my if you go to the Discord, there's a role that'll ping you whenever I go live. If any of you are interested in that. So Twitter, Discord, it's where typically I should announce it. In future chat, before I stream, would anyone be kind enough to remind me to not, you know, to not forget to tweet out that I'm going live? It's kind of what Twitter's for. But yeah, so I think that wraps it up. I think I should go to bed before someone fucking tags Numi and I end up getting yeeted into oblivion. But yeah, if someone would be kind enough for me, because I'm terrible. Turn notifications on your channel show up in the notifications. Yeah, well they do. If you're subscribed to me and you have bells on, you should get a notification when I go live. And if you're in my Discord, you should get a notification. But I like to do it as many places as possible so everyone knows. But yeah, anyone that reminds me will be rewarded with my heartfelt thanks, which isn't worth much in this economy. I know. Maybe you can trade it in for a Big Mac or something. Spacey, I know Spacey already tagged me. Spacey's like actively out to get me and ruin my reputation, but yeah, well, Mousy forgot until an hour into stream. At least you remembered. I got an hour and a half and I'm ending stream and I've still not done it. There's no point now. But thank you guys so much for turning up. We hit, like, this is the most viewers I've ever had on a stream for some goddamn reason. But thank you guys for turning up. I should probably transition way back to my intermission screen. My intermission screen, which is currently not working. Let's go. Slick ass transitions, I know. And you guys can see the little ticker screens at the top. We hit a max of 121 people. Oh, I just fucking punted my microphone again. I'm very sorry. I have a really bad, like, mic setup, which the quality's not great, and it's also on a really terrible stand, which means sometimes I smack it when I reach for my mouse. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, well, you know, we started with Scuff, we were born in the Scuff. We have to end with a Scuff, right? We can't end on not Scuff. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I had a great time. It was real fun. I'll be streaming, I'll probably stream Sunday for my news if you guys are interested in that. If not, next Tuesday probably, I'll be doing another tier list, since it seems to be popular. But yeah, thanks for making this such a fucking big stream. Holy shit. I had so much fun. We got a lot more into it than I thought we would, but yeah. I'll see you guys then. If you have any recommendations for the tier list, shove them in the Discord and I'll see them. But good night, chat. I'll catch you next stream, hopefully.